The Nigerian Shippers Council has urged port health services to ensure timing in port clearance and implement the Nigerian Ports Process Manual for port system efficiency in the country. Mr. Hassan Bello, NSC's Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, made the call when he visited the Director of Port Health Services, Ministry of Health, Dr. Geoffrey Okatubo, in Abuja. Bello stressed on the essence of timing in port operations, noting that cargo's dwell time should be within 3 to 7 days as against 20 to 21 days.
So we want, just like any other agency, for the port health to be conscious, of time. Time is of the essence in port clearance. So when they board the ship, it should be as soon as the ship arrives, and it should be for a minimum number, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. And the number of officers on board, maximum 3.
He frowned at certain infractions on board ships such as bribery, among others, which he said the manual had addressed. He noted that if all this were done, it would ensure faster time and more efficient ports, adding that it would also help in attracting international ship owners to the Nigerian ports.
As a matter of fact, we have made some arrests. We have confiscated money and certain infractions, which we noticed. They are, stray infractions by members of your team, but we said it is our fault because we don't have any enlightenment toward this. We didn't give any instructions. So please, we should like that to be streamlined. This is an important manual. Our ports have not been doing well. They are improving every day, but there is need for us to on up with what we are supposed to do. Now, everybody in the port must have an SOP or standard operating procedure. We can't just be there at the ports like a headless chicken running all over. Everybody has his function, how, when, why, and who is to do what function. So there will be orderliness, there will be efficiency, there will be reduction of corruption.
The NSC boss called for effective communication between the ship and port health services to aid efficiency of the ports. On vessel agents that provide transport to vessels, Bello said it was not acceptable as they were the first point of compromise and could be of negative influence. According to the NSC boss, Nigeria is ranked very poor on the Corruption Perception Index, which is not ideal for a giant of Africa.
This SOP was conducted, streamlined by Nigerian Ports Authority, Nigerian Shippers Council, and many agencies. It was launched as far back as 2020, by the Vice President. But somehow it's not effective. Why? Because there is nobody to own it. There is no leadership, in that program. Recently, the Vice President appointed Nigerian Shippers Council as the lead agency. And our role is not to do the SOP of anybody, but to coordinate, to supervise, to superintend, and see that all these things are being done, so that our ports are efficient, so that our ports, are not corrupt. We want an efficient port. Reason being, we are in competition with the ports in West and Central Africa region. We want all the cargo to come to Nigeria first before they are distributed to other countries. But now the reverse is the case. So we have to really clean up our ports. And one of the things that we had, which concerns your authority or services, is the port health.
In his response, the Director of Port Health Services assured the NSC of services support in every way possible, especially to ensure reduction in the Corruption Perception Index. On turnaround time, Okatubo said the time agreed on the manual was sufficient but appealed that it should not be strictly followed due to the COVID-19 pandemic and guidelines which must be adhered to.
Like you mentioned, 30 to 45 minutes time. It's very okay by us. But in this season of COVID-19, particularly the pandemic that is raging now, there are certain extra activities Port Health is supposed to carry out, particularly for any ship that is coming for the first time. So for this period particularly, I want to appeal to you that let's not follow that strictly, because for now there are certain countries we are very much interested in as Port Health services. Yes, for instance, any ship coming from Brazil, we are very much interested in that. Any ship coming from South Africa, because there are new strains of COVID-19 virus that are devastating the world in various areas of the world. I would not want those strains to come into Nigeria. So for that reason, this timing should be looked at again very well, particularly as it regards to Port Health service. There are specific countries of interest. South Africa, now India has joined because of the increase in number of cases there. I'm sad to understand that some of our officers we are seen carrying out some infractions. Of course, if such information comes to us, we are going to deal with it following public service rules. That warning had gone out already to every staff of Port Health services to avoid carrying out any activity that is going to stain the name of the country. Then publishing penalties for infractions. Yes, that is something that we don't have for now. But as I speak, next week we are going to be having a workshop in Lagos, and these issues are going to be sorted out. And as soon as that is resolved, we are going to publish, we are going to make it clear for all Port Health formations to be on the same page on that. And you are also going to get the various penalties that we are going to have for such infractions. I want to thank you very much, and to assure you that Port Health is solidly behind you. We are with you. We are there to support you in anything that the country will do to reduce the corruption perception index in Nigeria. Thank you.